Surat al-Isra, chapter of the night journey. In the name of Allah, the merciful, the compassionate, glory be to him who journeyed by night with his servant from the sacred mosque to the furthest mosque, around which we have bestowed blessing, that we might show him some of our signs. Verily, he is the one who hears and sees. We gave Moses the book and appointed it as guidance for the children of Israel. Take apart from me no trustee, O posterity of those whom we carried with Noah. Verily, he was a servant grateful, and we decreed for the children of Israel in the book, surely ye shall cause corruption in the earth twice over, and ye shall go a great length. When the promise of the first of them comes to fulfillment, we shall send against you servants of ours endowed with fierce warlike spirit, and they shall search among the houses, and it shall be a promise fulfilled. Then we shall give the turn of mastery to you over them again, and we shall reinforce you with wealth and children, and make you more numerous in concourse. If ye do well for your own benefit, ye do well. If ye do evil, it is to your own hurt. So when the promise of the second comes to fulfillment, that they may disgrace you and may enter the sanctuary as they entered it the first time, and whatever they set foot on may utterly be destroyed, it may be that your Lord will have mercy upon you. If ye turn back, we shall turn back, but we have appointed Gehenna for the unbelievers, a prison, when we intend to destroy a town. Verily, this Qur'an guides to what is straighter and brings good tidings to the believers who do the deeds of righteousness, that for them is a great reward, and that for those who do not believe in the hereafter, we have prepared a punishment painful. Let man pray for evil as he prays for good. Man is apt to be hasty. We appointed the night and the day as two signs, and we wiped out the sign of the night and appointed the sign of the day to let you see that ye may seek bounty from your Lord, and that ye might know the number of the years and the reckoning in everything. We have set out distinctly every man's bird of omen we have fastened on his neck, and we shall bring forth to him on the resurrection day a book which he will meet spread open. Read thy book against thyself. Thou art today sufficient accountant. Whosoever lets himself be guided does so to his own benefit, and whosoever goes astray does so to his own hurt. No burden bearer bears the burden of another. We have not been accustomed to punish until we have sent a messenger. When we intend to destroy a town, we command its affluent people, and they act viciously therein, so that the sentence against them is justified. Then we destroy it utterly. How many generations did we destroy after Noah? Sufficient is thy Lord as one who of the sins of his servants is aware and observant. If anyone is desirous of the world that hastes away, we hasten to him therein what we will, to whomsoever we wish. Then we appoint for him Gehenna, in which to roast, reviled and banished. If anyone is desirous of the hereafter and runs its proper race, being a believer, these are they whose running is gratefully accepted. To all these and those we extend some of the giving of thy Lord. The giving of thy Lord has not become restrained. See how we have given them preference one over the other, but the hereafter has greater degrees of honor and greater preferment. Set not up along with the law another God, and so sit reviled and forsaken. Thy Lord hath decreed that ye shall not serve any but him. And with parents exercise kindness, whether one or both of them attain old age with thee. Say not to them pooh, and do not scold them, but speak to them respectfully. Bear thyself humbly towards them out of compassion, and say, my Lord, have mercy upon them as they brought me up when young. Your Lord knoweth well what is in your hearts, if ye be upright. And verily, he is to the prayerful forgiving. Give it to the kinsman his right, and to the poor, and to the follower of the way. But do not squander it all. Verily, the squanderers are the brothers of the Satans, and Satan is to his Lord unthankful. And if perchance thou turnest from them because of a mercy from thy Lord, which thou hast in prospect, speak to them gently, neither keep thy hand chained to thy neck, nor spread it wide open, and so sit blamed and impoverished. Verily, thy Lord giveth provision freely to whomsoever he willeth, or measure it out. Verily, of his servants he is well informed, observant. Do not kill your children for fear of want. We provide for them, and you, the killing of them has become a great sin. Avoid fornication and adultery. Verily, it has become an indecency and as bad as a way. Do not kill the person whom Allah hath made inviolable, except with justification. If anyone is killed wrongfully, we gave to his next of kin authority, but let him not be extravagant in killing. Verily, he has been helped. Touch not the property of the orphan, except in a way that will improve it until he attain full age and fulfill the covenant. Verily, the covenant is a thing for which one is responsible. Give full measure when ye measure, and weigh with just balance. And that is best and of the best interpretation. Do not follow up that of which thou hast no knowledge. Verily, hearing and sight and heart, all these have become things for which one is responsible. Do not walk boisterously upon the earth. Verily, thou wilt not make a hole in the earth, nor yet reach the mountains in stature. The evil of all. The evil of all has become to thy Lord distasteful. And that is some of the wisdom which thy Lord hath suggested to thee. Set not up along with the law another God, and so be cast into Gehenna, blamed and banished. Hath then your Lord distinguished you with sons, and taken for himself from the angels females? Surely it is a mighty thing for you to say. We have turned things about in this Qur'an, that they may be reminded, but it only increases them in boggling. Say, if there were along with him other gods, as ye say, they would in that case seek to the possessor of the throne away. Glory be to him, and exalted be he above what they say, a great height. The seven heavens and the earth, and whoever is in them, give glory to God. There is nothing that does not give glory in his praise, but ye understand not their giving glory. Verily, he is mild, forgiving. When thou recitest the Qur'an, we place between thee and those who do not believe in the hereafter a curtain drawn down. They say, when we have become bones and fragments, shall we then be raised up a new creature? We place upon their hearts veils so that they do not understand it, and in their ears heaviness. And when thou mentionest in the Qur'an thy Lord alone, they turn backwards, boggling at it. We know best the mood in which they listen, when they listen to thee, and when they gather in a clique, and when the wrongdoers say, ye only follow a man enchanted. See how they strike out comparisons for thee, but they have gone astray and are not able to find a way. Say these stones are iron or any other thing that ye think big, then they will say, who will restore us? Say, he who originated you the first time. Then they will wag their heads at you and say, when will it be? Say, possibly it is near, on the day when he will call you, and ye will respond with his praise, and ye will think that ye have only remained a little while. Say to my servants that they shall speak that which is best. Verily, Satan stirs up strife amongst them. Satan has become to man an enemy manifest. Your Lord knoweth best about you. If he willeth, he will have mercy upon you. If he willeth, he will punish you. We have not sent thee over them as a trustee. Thy Lord knoweth best. Whoever is in the heavens and the earth. We have given some of the prophets preference over others, and to David we gave psalms. Say, call upon those whom ye allege apart from him. They have no power to remove the distress from you or to bring about any change. Those whom they call upon themselves seek access to their Lord, which of them may be nearest, and they hope for his mercy and fear his punishment. Verily, the punishment of thy Lord is a thing to be guarded against. There is no town but we are going to destroy it before the resurrection day or punish it with a severe punishment. That is in the book written down. Nothing has prevented us sending the signs, but that the people of long ago counted them false. We caused the she-camel to come to Thamud as an ocular proof, but they did her wrong. We send not the signs except to frighten. Recall when we said to thee, verily thy Lord hath encompassed the people. We did not intend the vision which we showed thee to be anything but a test for the people, and the tree cursed in the Qur'an. We frightened them, but it only increases them in arrogance great. Recall when we said to the angels, do obeisance to Adam, and they did obeisance, all except Iblis. He said, shall I do obeisance to one whom thou hast created of clay? He said, what thinkest thou, this creature whom thou hast honored above me? If thou allowest me time till the resurrection day, I shall certainly gobble up his posterity, except a few. He said, go, and if any of them follow thee, then Gehenna is your recompense, a recompense ample. Startle with thy voice any of them that thou canst, assemble against them, and thy horse and thy foot, make them partners in wealth and children, and make promises to them, but Satan promises them nothing but illusion. Verily over my servants thou hast no authority. Thy Lord is sufficient trustee. Your Lord it is, who driveth forward the ship for you in the sea, that ye may seek his bounty. Verily he hath become towards you compassionate. When distress comes upon you on the sea, those whom ye call upon are astray, all except him. But when he hath brought you safely to land, ye turn away. Man has become ungrateful. Are ye sure that he will not sink the shore with you, or send a sandstorm upon you, and then ye will not find for yourselves a trustee? Or are you sure that he will not send you back on to it another time, and send upon you a hurricane of wind, and drown you for your unthankfulness, and then ye will not find for yourselves against us any follower of it up? We have honored the children of Adam and carried them by land and by sea. We have provided them with good things and have given them over many of those whom we have created in great preference. On the day when we shall call all men with their model, then whoever is given his book in his right hand, they will read their book and will not be wrong to straw. But he who is blind in this life will be blind in the hereafter, and far astray from the way. Verily, they nearly tempted thee from that which we suggested to thee, that thou mightest invent about us something else, and in that case they had taken thee as a friend. Had it not been that we made thee to stand firm, thou hadst almost leaned towards them a little. In that case, we should have made thee taste the double of life and the double of death, and then thou wouldst not find against us a helper. And verily they nearly startled thee from the land, that they might expel thee from it. And in that case, they will not remain after thee except a little while. That is the custom in regard to those whom we have sent before thee of our messengers, and thou wilt not find in our custom any change. Observe the prayer at the sinking of the sun until the darkening of the night, and the recitation at the dawn. Verily, the recitation at the dawn is well attested, and part of the night. Keep vigil therein as an extra for thyself. It may be that thy Lord will raise thee up in a position belauded and say, O my Lord, give me a proper entrance and a proper outgoing, and appoint for me from thy side such authority as will aid me, and say, the truth has come and the falsehood has vanished. Verily, the false is apt to vanish. When we send down of the Qur'an, what we send down of the Qur'an is healing and mercy to the believers, but it only increases the wrongdoers in loss. When we bestow good upon a man, he turns away and moves aside, and when evil touches him, he falls into despair. Say, each one acts according to his own manner, but your Lord knoweth best who is best guided as to the way. They ask thee about the Spirit, say, the Spirit belongs to my Lord's affair, but ye have not knowledge bestowed upon you except a little. If we so will, we shall assuredly take away that which we had suggested to thee, then thou wilt not find therefore against us a trustee, except as a mercy from thy Lord. Verily, his bounty towards thee has been great. Say, if it were you who had in your power the treasuries of the mercy of my Lord, you would in that case keep a firm grip for fear of expense. Man is parsimonious. Say, verily, if men and jinn agree to produce the like of this Quran, they will not produce the like of it, though one to the other were backer. We have turned about for the people in this Quran every kind of similitude, but the majority of the people refuse anything but ingratitude. They say, we shall not give thee credence till thou causest for us to bubble up from the earth a spring, or until thou hast a garden of palm and vine, and thou cause in the midst of it rivers to gush forth, or until thou causest the heaven to fall upon us in fragments, as thou hast said, or thou producest a law and the angels assenting, or until thou hast a house of ornamental work, or thou ascendest into the heaven, nor shall we give credence to thy assent until thou bringest down to us a writing which we may read. Say, glory be to my Lord. Am I anything but a human being sent as a messenger? Nothing prevents the people from believing when the guidance has come to them, but that they say, hath Allah sent a human being as a messenger? Say, if there were in the earth angels walking about contentedly, we should send down to them from the heaven an angel as a messenger. Say, Allah is sufficient witness between you and me. Verily, in regard to his servants, he is well informed, observant. Whom Allah guideth, he is the rightly guided. Whom he sendeth astray, thou wilt not find for them any patrons apart from him. We shall gather them on the resurrection day on their faces, blind, dumb, and deaf. Gehenna, their abiding place. Whenever it dies down, we shall add to their burning. That is the recompense for disbelieving in our signs and saying, when we have become bones and fragments, shall we then be raised up a new creature? Have they not seen that Allah, who hath created the heavens and the earth, is able to create their like? He hath set for them a term of which there is no doubt, but the wrongdoers have refused everything but unbelief. Say, if it were you who had in your power the treasuries of the mercy of my Lord, you would in that case keep a firm grip for fear of expense. Man is indeed parsimonious. We gave Moses 9 signs as evidences. Ask the children of Israel. Recall when he came to them, and Pharaoh said to him, O Moses, I think thee enchanted. He said, surely thou knowest, no one has sent down these but the Lord of the heavens and the earth as demonstrations. Surely, O Pharaoh, I think thee outcast. So we wished to startle them from the land, but we drowned him and those with him altogether. And thereafter we said to the children of Israel, dwell in the land, and when the promise of the hereafter comes, we shall bring you all in a bunch. And in truth, it has come down, and we have not sent thee but as a bringer of good tidings and a warner. And in truth, we have sent it down, and a Qur'an, which we have divided, that thou mayest recite it to the people at intervals, and have sent it down by revelation. Say, believe it, or believe it not. Verily, those upon whom it was revealed, knowledge has previously been bestowed. When it is recited to them, fall down on their chins in prostration and say, Glory be to our Lord. The promise of our Lord has come to be fulfilled. Fall down on their chins, weeping, and it decreaseth them in humility. Prostrate on the 7 points. They call upon Allah or call upon Ar-Rahman, whichsoever ye call upon is entitled to the most beautiful names. Whichsoever ye call upon is entitled to the most beautiful names, and do not about thy prayer publicly, nor yet speak it low in secret, but seek between these a middle way. Say, praise be to Allah, who hath not taken to himself offspring, to whom there has never been any partner in the sovereignty, nor any protector from abasement. Magnify him frequently. And of course, this he stuff, it's not just addressing the men, and it's not calling God a male. And interestingly enough, it talks 9 plagues, because the 10th is sort of an exaggeration. It wouldn't have killed everybody, so all it takes is one, so it becomes something believable, you could say. And yeah, the order of reading the verses, he switches them up. You don't know whether you're down and turning the next page. Start with thy voice, any of them that thou canst assemble against them thy horse and thy foot, and make them partners in wealth and children, and make promises to them, but Satan promises them nothing but illusion. Verily, they have nearly tempted thee from that which we suggested to thee, but thou mightest invent about us something else, and in that case, they had taken thee as a friend. But that's skipping 8 verses. So yeah, it's next to impossible to read this without editing, without messing up the verse order. And we found that some verses are not translated for some reason. I don't know why.